Hi, everybody. Great to be at ALEC again. First of all, has Lisa Nelson done an amazing job as the CAO of this organization? Lisa, you're awesome. Thank you for everything you do. I wanted to call out somebody else who's in the room who was one of the original leaders of ALEC and just has been a friend for 20 years. It's so good to see a former president of ALEC, Sam Brunelli. Let's give Sam a big round of applause. Sam, thank you for everything you do and you've done for this great group. So Kellyanne, are you saying that Hillary is not inspiring? You know, I want Donald Trump in the first debate with Hillary to say, Hillary, gee, I'm surprised you're here. I thought you would have been in jail. But we will see how that goes. So a couple of things I wanted to say about a little bit of just about the economic agenda that we've put together. And by the way, Donald Trump was not my first choice. Rick Perry was my first choice. Rick, you were my first choice. And my second choice was Rand Paul. But I'll just tell you a quick story about, because I get asked all the time, you know, how is it that you came aboard with the Trump team? And I think the event that really kind of changed my whole perception of Donald Trump was I got a call from Corey Lewandowski. Remember, Corey was originally running the campaign. This was back in November or December, and he said, would you like to meet Donald Trump? And Kellyanne, I'd never met Donald Trump before. You've met him many, many times. And so, sure, you know, I was curious about him. And he said, well, come to Dallas. They're going to do an event for Trump. He's going to do a little political rally there, and after the rally, you can sit down with Mr. Trump and talk. So I flew to Dallas, went to Love Field, and he said they're going to do this at a tarmac there, Tarmac 4. So go out to Tarmac 4, and they'll have a little rally, and then you can talk to Mr. Trump. I go out there not knowing what to expect. I go over to the tarmac, and there are 5,000 people there. 5,000 people. It's like a rally. It was like going to a Rolling Stones concert or something. And what really turned me on, Kellyanne, to Donald Trump was meeting the people there. And the people these are people who are not normally Republicans. They're not, I don't know if they'd call themselves conservatives, but they're certainly conservative in the way they look at the world and the way they lead their lives. And Kellyanne, you're right, they're people who feel completely betrayed by Washington. And they are some of the greatest patriotic Americans I've ever met. And there were school teachers, and there were bus drivers, and there were construction workers, and there were veterans. There was a big group of motorcycle riders, seniors who are, bikers now. And there were a lot of blacks and Hispanics in that audience. And I got to talk to those people, and it was just amazing. I fell in love with these Trump voters. And these are the people, frankly, I think we as conservatives have to do a better job communicating with if we're going to advance our ideas. They're receptive to our ideas, but these are not people who watch Fox News at night, frankly. They're people watching World Wrestling Federation or, something like that. I mean, they're normal people, right? They're not focused on politics all the time, but they do want change. They feel completely betrayed. By the way, Kellyanne, I would say they feel betrayed by both parties, frankly. They feel betrayed by what Bush did when he was president. They feel betrayed, obviously, by what Obama has done for the last 7.5 years, and that they do want change. And so I'm always asked, do you love Donald Trump? And I say, I don't love Donald Trump, but I love his voters. I love the people he stands for. And Lisa, we need to engage, all of us who are in the conservative movement, need to engage with these people and bring them into the movement, because I do believe Donald Trump is going to win 35 states. And he is going to win Michigan, he's going to win Ohio, he's going to win Pennsylvania, he's going to win Wisconsin, he's going to win Iowa. He is going to crash through that blue wall and bring millions of new voters into our movement. So a couple of things I thought I would just say. And by the way, you're so right, Kellyanne, about the impact that he's had in Washington. People are so fed up with Washington that it tells you a lot. It tells you everything you need to know about American government today. The 3 of the 4 wealthiest counties in America are in Washington, D.C., right? That tells you everything. The system is rigged. It is completely corrupt. And people see that. They know that. We don't produce anything in Washington, D.C. except lawyers, lobbyists, and politicians. And everybody's getting rich off of it, and it's costing the rest of America. So what are we going to do to turn things around? Just 3 or 4 quick things, and then I'll turn it over to the great governor of Texas. First, we are going to enact the biggest tax cut since Ronald Reagan entered office. This is going to be a huge tax cut. It's going to be aimed at the middle class. We are going to cut most importantly, the heart of the plan is we're going to cut our business tax, which all of you in this room know is the highest in the world right now. We're taxing our businesses at 35%. The rest of the world's at about half that level. We're going to take our business tax from the highest in the world down to virtually the lowest in the world. And when you do that, we are going to suck jobs from all those businesses that have been leaving America. They're coming back, and they're bringing the jobs back with them. They're bringing the revenues back with them. It's amazing that we haven't done this already. Donald Trump is fully committed to that. By the way, I know many of you are small business owners in this room. We are going to cut the tax not just for the corporations, but for any pass-through Subchapter S companies, you're going to get the 15% tax rate too. So we want all businesses to be covered by this. Second of all, we're going to totally eliminate the estate tax. We're going to totally eliminate the marriage tax, and we're going to totally eliminate the alternative minimum tax. We're going to get rid of all of those. One kind of thing I've been urging Donald Trump to do, and I don't know if he's going to do this yet, Kellyanne, but I really want him to do this. I want him to require that a form is put at the bottom of every 1040 tax form from now on that is basically what we call a tax me more line. So all of these rich, hypocritical liberals who say they want to pay higher taxes, let's let them pay higher taxes. Let's let them do that. We'll see how many actually come forward on that. So I love the tax plan. Second of all, on energy. You know, Rick, I always tell the story. I don't want to steal your thunder. But this is a governor, and you know this, Brooke. From 2007 to 2013, the state of Texas, under the leadership of this governor, created more jobs than the other 49 states combined. And that is amazing. And part of that, as you know, Governor, is the amazing energy revolution that you helped launch in Texas. Well, we want to keep that going. I mean, Hillary is basically saying, keep it in the ground. We have $50 trillion worth of oil, gas, and coal. $50 trillion. It's lunatic, the line of the left. They say we're gonna go with windmills. I mean, we're gonna power an $18 trillion American economy that makes steel and cars and technology and factories. We're gonna power that with windmills. It's the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. We've got the winning issue on energy. Governor, you're going to be very happy to hear this. Donald Trump is all in on American energy. You know that. I mean, we're going to produce more oil than ever before. And by the way, I just finished this book for Brooke Rollins at Texas Public Policy Foundation called Fueling Freedom. We believe that, and Donald Trump buys into this totally, Brooke. Within 5 years, the United States of America is going to be the energy-dominant country in the world. We're going to be producing more oil, more gas, more coal, nuclear power, and that's going to change the whole map. And Kellyanne, I believe this is not just an economic issue. This is a foreign policy, national security issue. We don't have to fund the terrorists if we do this. I see I'm almost out of time, so let me just say this. We are going to put every single coal miner that was put out of a job by Barack Obama back into their job, and that's a high, high priority. Third, and finally, I'll just mention this one because you mentioned Obamacare. Yes, we are going to repeal every single word of Obamacare. We're going to put forward a pro-free market, Cato Institute, Heritage Foundation, American Enterprise Institute, Manhattan Institute type of free market health care coverage. But the other thing I wanted to mention to you is executive orders, because we know that Barack Obama has issued dozens, if not scores, of illegal executive orders where he has basically usurped the power of Congress and made laws out of the executive branch. And by the way, I know we're a nonpartisan organization, so let me say this. Shame on the Republicans in Congress for allowing Barack Obama to usurp the power of the legislative branch. We need the legislature to make laws. But anyway, so on the first, if you don't think this election is going to make a difference, on the first day that Donald Trump is in office, on January 21st, 2017, we are going to put a stack of about 50 executive orders on Donald Trump's desk. Repeal, 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 repeal every single Obama executive order. Repeal them all. Okay, and finally, I see my time is up, so let me just make one last point, because I know some of you in this room, I mean, maybe one or two, may be still doubtful about Donald Trump, and I just thought I'd tell you this. For those of you who didn't see the convention last night, there was a news flash that Nancy Pelosi, Michael Moore, Alec Baldwin, and Barbara Streisand have all vowed to leave the country if Donald Trump is elected president. So what else do you need to know? Thank you very much. Great to be with you.